I'm Lisa, the artist behind Lachri Fine Art. It is Tuesday, so I'm here to critique one of your original paintings or drawings. If you have an original painting or drawing that you would like to submit for critique, head over to my website, lachri.com/critiques, and you can submit your work there. Today we are going to be taking a look at this colored pencil and acrylic painting of Game of Thrones' Jaime Lannister. If you would like to check out more of this artist's work, he does have a Facebook page, and I will put that link below in the video description. Starting off, I love how much detail you've got on here. The fact that you've got the patience to do the detail is a very good sign. Your color choices, the gold and the red, this is beautiful. I really like how you've mixed these colors together. The mountains look great. The gold on his armor and the way that you've done the shine, really nicely done. I also really like that you've given this dimension and that you've rounded things off, like his gloves, the sleeves on his gloves. You've actually rounded that. You didn't just put a straight line there, and that's a mistake that I see a lot of people do. Because you've rounded it, it does look more three-dimensional, so that is very good. Now let's take a look at a few things that we can adjust to improve on this even more. Now you had said you did this completely from your imagination and it's based more on the books than the TV show. Now, working from your imagination is great for coming up with your concept, but while you're learning the human anatomy, it is so important to be studying human anatomy, to find models, whether that be working from a live model or finding a photograph of a person. You need to have one to look at so that you can make sure that your proportions are very accurate. There's a book called Dynamic Anatomy by Bern Hogarth that I definitely recommend everyone take a look at. This book, it just breaks down certain things that every artist should understand about anatomy and making sure that things are balanced. Because it doesn't matter how much detail you put into something, if the anatomy is wrong, that's the thing that people are going to notice. Not how great your blending was or how great your color choice was. More often than not, people are going to look at it and go, yeah, that anatomy is off. Now, before I go too far with this, your goals do matter. I think if you go with the style, like there's a Flash animated movie that I watched last week, and the artist had drawn all of their heads like crazy small compared to their bodies. It was actually distracting for me. I don't like that style myself. But I mean, this is a style that that artist likes. For whatever reason, that was his goal. And other people like it too. So if your goal is to have things be slightly off or over exaggerated, I mean, there's certain styles I see a lot with like fairies and little girls where they're drawn, where their heads are abnormally large. And that's that style. That's that theme. That's what people are going for. So I do want to say your goals absolutely matter. If you want things to be misproportioned a little bit and that's your goal, then that is fine. And it's not an issue of right or wrong. But if you are trying to make your anatomy more accurate, it is really important that you study human anatomy. And in that book, it'll talk about certain things. I mean, you can break up the body, you know, the body is generally going to be so many heads tall. Or things like when you look at a face straight on, the width of your eye is going to be the same distance as the distance in between each of your eyes. So those little things like that, you definitely want to know, you definitely want to memorize, especially if you're determined to work from your head. Now, there are artists who will draw straight from their head and anatomy will be perfect every single time. But that's not as common as you might think it is. Most artists are going to use a model of some sort, whether it be from life or from a book or reference photo, something. I can't stress enough how important it is for all of us to be studying human anatomy. If we want to draw people, we have to know how these values and how everything should line up with each other. Another thing on this one that I think you would really benefit from looking at a reference photo of some sort or just a reference of your own is for the cloak. Understanding how the folds in the cloak should go. You could take a bed sheet if you wanted to and hang it on something and just notice how those ripples would go. And it's really not so much a matter of just lines going through so much as shadows. It's just shadows to make it look like it's curved and wavy. And so having a reference photo again in that case would really help you out. But again, the fact that you did this from your memory, you did a great job. And if you find a few reference photos to look at for your next project, it's just going to be that much better. Thank you so much for submitting. Again, if you guys want to check out more of his work, his Facebook page is linked below in the video description. Thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, I have new video critiques every Tuesday where I'm critiquing your original paintings or drawings, my own speed paintings, drawings, and tutorials every Wednesday, social media tips for artists each Thursday, and artist vlogs every weekend. So if you haven't already, I would love for you to subscribe. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Google+, all those fun social media sites. The links are below in the video description to keep up with news, my newest work, and see real-time clips of whatever it is I'm currently working on. And don't forget to head back tomorrow for this acrylic speed painting of dolphins. I'll see you tomorrow.